Hey everyone, Jordan Houghton here from Sweetwater, joined by my friend Don Carr. We want to talk to you today about the Taylor Gold Label series. I don't think it's a stretch to say that this isn't the first time that Andy Powers has pushed the boundaries on what an acoustic guitar can do.
That is very fair to say. Very fair to say. He feels like a real innovator.
Yeah.
A guy that has his foot in tradition, but just wants to move forward, which I love that, man.
And it feels like every different level is just the next stepping stone for the next, which I think brings us to some of the things that make this gold label so special. Can you tell us a little bit more about the body shape and the style?
Sure. They're calling it the Super Auditorium, which, so it's basically their auditorium shape, but it's a little bit longer and a little bit wider at the back bout. And Andy said something like it's got more classical proportions, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a fuller sound. It's a bigger sound.
Yeah, and a lot of that's due to the fanned V-class bracing.
Sure, that helps too.
Which, if you've heard anything with the standard V-class bracing, you know the jump in quality that you're going to get. This is even a different level beyond that, which to me was a surprise, but when you hear it, you get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's got all of the kind of upside of the V-class, which is, better projection, better intonation, better resonance between the notes, even you're playing two notes at a time. They just sound more in tune together. It's just kind of a thing. It plays more in tune up the neck, just the harmonics and overtones, all that stuff, man. It's all working together so well. I'd say that the fan is probably accommodating that wider bout.
I agree.
Right? I mean, so because my understanding is that the fan on the bracing is is towards the back. So, I mean, that, just to help that top resonate even that much more.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things in this, a lot of enhanced things. And I think one thing that I really love about it is the electronics. They're using the LR Baggs Element.
Yeah, which is a
special
classic,
pickup.
man. Yeah. That's a great sounding unit, man. I've always liked Baggs stuff, and it's just really nice to see it in the Taylor guitars. It was intentional on Taylor's part to make the thing look different, right? Because it sounds different.
Absolutely. So, it's a throwback look and a throwback sound.
Yeah.
So everything kind of signals to each other.
Right. Yeah. They drew inspiration from banjos and mandolins from the 30s, and even some early Taylor stuff too, apparently.
Yeah. Now this thing is special, and every single part of it has been intentionally created. You can see it and you can hear it.
Yeah.
Even when you just walk into a gig with the case, it's a completely different look from top to bottom. The exterior is what they're calling British Cocoa, and the interior is what they're calling Graphite.
Yeah, it's a good looking case, man.
My favorite case.
So I think the best way to demonstrate how different this guitar sounds for Taylor is to compare it to an 814 CE. This is an 814. I mean, it's just the Super Auditorium, but it's still technically for them, it's an 814. So That's pretty much apples and oranges there.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool.
Oh yeah.
You want to switch?
Let's switch.
Cool.
Let's do it.
The most careful switch of all time. That's just the way it rings, though.
Yeah. Right.
That's a substantial difference.
It really is. There's so many things to talk about that are different.
Like, I think I'm just such a big Taylor fan in general.
Yeah.
So anytime I hear any one of them, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what a beautiful signature sound. And then you hear that and it's just like steroids.
I was getting ready to say, it just feels like bigger.
Yeah.
Right? On kind of every level, not just the low end, but sort of the volume and even kind of the punch.
Yeah. Everything is way, way, way more full.
Yeah, just kind of more out front
Mhm.
even. I feel like this is one of the things that's really interesting to me is just sort of the even on a single note, just the dynamic range. And I mean, in the middle of the guitar fretted on a high string, that's pretty unforgiving, you know?
Jeez. Well, the thing is, even when I was playing like lightly on it, when you were playing lightly, there was still this projection that was behind it.
Yeah.
Like I could play this, and it's quiet, but I play that, and it's gonna be way more in front.
You know, the sound is just more forward in general. It feels like it's got a little more mid-range character to it.
Yeah.
It's got a little more on the attack side and just a little more low end, just kind of a little more of everything.
We were talking about just chord to chord. So if I'm doing, and you do the same, I think I strum like twice as hard as you did too. So if Does it just make you happy? I know it does. I can't see you smile on the other side of the screen, but let's be honest, there's
look
joy.
At us. Look at us smiling. So they got to be smiling.
Every time we switch guitars, there's just this moment that it's like a shift happens. Like a little lift.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
For more information on the Taylor Gold Label series, head on over to sweetwater.com. Contact your Sweetwater sales engineer for more information.